I'm just destined to be who I'm destined to be. I'm just living his dream, 'cause God's got a plan for me. I'm just living life. Sometimes I feel alone in this fight. I'm just trying to survive, sinking in this ocean, trying to keep my head high.
This is Poetic City. Today we show our future. Today we let the youth speak. Council, today the youth is here to speak about what it's like being their age. So let the youth speak.
The kid with the nappy hair is never compared to ordinary. I'm unnatural, I'm supernatural, but as soon as you turn that first page, you discover that I came from the south side streets of where my beginning starts, and I turn to the age 15, where I'm in the middle of knowing and I knowing the thing, but I've engaged in experiences of loving another and surely doing bad things. But those wounds that are cut deep made me level to a deeper understanding of life, to always fight and strive or even cry when needed. But those wounds that are cut deep made me level to a deeper understanding of life, to always fight and strive or even cry when needed. But I show no tears because they'll see my fears. I knew my stubbornness will always keep me here, to appear greater like a spotlight on a magician, but I'll never disappear later. My motives at this age now is success and money and sometimes honey. That's why the word hustle be like the word of the years, and the word and the quote, don't get rich, get richer. The priorities will never get stumped even when fall back, because I'm going to get back on schedule, book for achievements that needs to be achieved here. It's clear to my eyes and to keep my dedication on the line. I'm profound to keep my self-esteem from time to time. For the good of my reputation, I'm holding these grudges, not something I take in or blend with within. But if we cross paths, it gets deeper than the seas. When monsters come in, they eat. But I don't have no time for the feast. I'm focused on my greater needs, where I have to get it where I have it, as my grandma has preached.
Nowadays, people my age just want to smoke weed and they want to get drunk. These girls getting pregnant and these boys testing their luck. They go to these parties and do all this bumping and grinding and winding, and what they fail to realize is once the damage is done, ain't no rewinding. People around you causing a scene, meanwhile you're not even trying to be seen, and the next thing you know, somebody got shot while you and your homies in the corners taking shots. What's it like being my age? I get asked that a lot. It's like an amusement park, like the roller coaster that never stops. Ups, downs, round and round. We act like the animals you see on the merry-go-round. The Ferris wheel represents the clock, the time that's being wasted. Smoking weed and get it wasted. Can't tell if they lace it. They judge the drink, but you can't taste it. Don't throw it away because you don't want to waste it. But being my age can be fun because we still got time to be dumb, make mistakes till we go numb. Outside of the messy girls and the boys that just want to hit, being my age is lit.
I'm just 15. 15 with a dream of me making top 3. But I done had the times where I thought I couldn't make top 3 because the world bigger than what I see. And I pray I don't die by the age of 16. Daddy dead, so the only thing I can say to him is I love you and RIP. Mama in my life, she the reason I think, the reason I breathe, and the reason I speak. And if it wasn't for her, I don't know where I would be. Late nights tossing and turning, waking up crying so hard that my eyes start burning. God done took my daddy and I really didn't deserve it. They killing every day and they ain't even started to purge yet. I'm the type of young man that just want designer in a private jet. Mama got us living good, but mama grew up in the projects. I got a vision that they gonna come through and kill all the children, and we gonna have to come through and kill all of the villains. Tell me why y'all said tripping. I ain't trying to follow up in the system. I'm just another black man trying to make a difference.
Subjective. Imagery. Yes, I understand I'm not the baddest chick or whatever. Most females now beg for attention, but I could never. Sometimes I wish I could be seen as that dream girl that dudes want to have, but I'd be disrespectful to downgrade my intelligence on their behalf. So why continue to live in a fantasy world with false beliefs of such things like a perfect girl? Nowadays, if you aren't the best, then you aren't anything. But is it worth losing you to bring what you think is everything? Materialism. She has it, I want it. By any means necessary, I'll own it. If you don't and I do, somehow this makes me more popular than you. It's sad because the things in your hand have a greater value than the purity that lays in your heart. That's something I struggle with today. I guess you could say I had an early start. With a tingle in my hand and a tingle in my spine, it's like a guilty pleasure having something that's not yours but mine. Generational appeal. Group thinking versus personal opinion. Teenagers now like society's little minions, working hard for achievements that'll barely even last. It's like we're all broken and the social revolution is our cast. Hashtag leader, but hashtag follow. Me being caught out on my faults is the hardest pill to swallow. Because when I think of the future, I think of a better past. But if we all conform to the world's ways, then we won't last. Subjectively us.
Hard to find others that's woke, trapped inside this lost generation that's fueled by retweets and likes. Kids don't even listen to their parents, obey their elders, or even ride bikes. I feel so alone at times because I want to be successful, and I'm not talking wealth or to one day be on television, but to use the vision God gave me to motivate my decision. But as a black adolescent athletic male, I know the dream. But we all chasing a D1 scholarship like a social media clout fiend. And this is just a half of what it means to be a black male at 18. I say this is just a half of what it means to be a black male at 18. When you're trying to succeed and do better, not just for yourself, but to set an example for others, it's like you don't just receive hate from the enemies, but some of them dudes your brothers. And on top of that, our main focus has to be education. Because after all, that's the roadmap to a better destination. So we won't have to live that life our parents did, which is a life full of stress, anger, and frustration. But what do you do when everybody around you having babies? Hold on. Free that man Haiti. But it's like you get a girl, call her fine, rape her mind, enjoy the sex. But after you crack that code, you're wondering whose code you can crack next. Working hard, trying to make it out like a Bowflex. I'm tired of getting on the ground, seeing that weak, lean, and weed flex. Stay woke.
Council, do we agree to let the youth continue to express themselves? Meeting adjourned.